sabemos
Previously on
exactamente qué es lo
Alan
que está
Wake,
pasando.
I'm hunted by the law.
Sheriff, Wake's running. I'm giving chase.
Are you seriously telling me that writer just took out my deputies?
A thriller I supposedly wrote is coming true. The story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I was told that Alice had been kidnapped, but that was a lie.
We don't have his wife. We don't know where she is.
Her purported kidnapper was eaten up by the dark presence before it attacked me.
Alan.
Todo está en inglés.
Shh, baby.
Pide nuestra esposa.
It was just a nightmare.
Alice.
There you go, Alan.
Hartman. I fell.
I had to give you a sedative. Don't fight it. You went through another rough period.
What?
Right now, it's very important that you stay calm. We don't want you to have another episode. You're a patient at my clinic. Have been for a while now. The shock of your wife's death triggered a mental illness.
No, you're lying.
You're suffering from various symptoms of undifferentiated schizophrenia.
Bastard.
It's okay, Alan. Just let go.
De verdad, mi esposa ya no se la vas a poder robar porque está muerta al parecer. Estamos
I
en la
felt
clínica.
groggy. Whatever Hartman had bumped in me was making me numb. I felt like this was happening to someone else. Someone I was watching on television. I couldn't think. Couldn't focus. The door was locked. I was a prisoner here.
Es por la ventana, bro. Ay, perdón, por la silla.
Good evening, Alan. Are we feeling better now? Feeling
Simon?
calm?
Yeah. I see you brought your pet gorilla with you. For sure, I'm calm. I get the message. Loud and clear.
Why, right. That's the spirit. You're being very brave, Alan. I understand you're confused. I would
Chale.
be more concerned if you weren't suspicious of me. I don't blame you for it.
Big of you.
Entonces,
Now,
nosotros de repente
why don't you come with
despertamos
me?
con que
We'll reacquaint
secuestraron a
you with
nuestra
my clinic
esposa.
and go over everything you might have
Llegamos
forgotten.
y no es cierto, no habían
Little walk
secuestrado a
in
nuestra
some
esposa.
fresh air? Yes, it will do you good.
Pero lo raro es que cuando el secuestrador nos llamaba de que, tengo a tu esposa y no sé qué tanto, escuchábamos la voz de nuestra esposa también. Pero lo que no me resultaba claro era que, mira, un es voz. Cool host, Night Springs, bro. Lo que no me resultaba claro es que de repente escuchamos a la esposa bien calmada
This
acá de
corridor
que...
is for patients. Most of them aren't here right now. Jack took them out for a fishing trip, except for the ones who are particularly vulnerable, of course. I encourage creativity.
Cállate, cállate, yo también quiero un Xbox.
Here at Cauldron Lake Lodge,
Un
I
Xbox.
specialize in treating artists.
I bet you do.
Splendid, Alan. I honestly believe we can get this thing under control.
Creo que este
if
es el
we work
terapeuta
together.
que nuestra esposa nos había hablado.
This way, Alan.
Pero no sé en qué momento nos hablaba hablado nuestra esposa de él. No sé si pasaron años. Porque la policía, bueno, quién sabe por qué fregados llega el FBI. Quién sabe por qué fregados
Now,
el
Alan,
FBI
from
nos
past
estaba buscando.
experience with you, I know I need to get right into the heart of the matter as quickly as I can after an episode. So I'm just going to say this. Alice is dead.
No.
You're in a very vulnerable state until you understand and accept this. Alice drowned, and you couldn't face that. You're suffering from hallucinations, paranoid delusions, unusual thinking, an obsession about light and darkness, a feeling that everything revolves around you, your thoughts and dreams. Your mind has constructed an elaborate fantasy scenario in which your writings are affecting reality. She has been kidnapped and supernatural forces of darkness are trying to stop you. We go this way, Alan.
I
O sea,
wasn't ready for another shot.
Nos
So I
estaba
went along
haciendo...
with it. He had to be lying. But under the influence of the drug he had given me, I had to fight not to believe his words.
It's
O sea,
all in your head.
nos hace un resumen de
You've
todo
been
lo que hemos
making
estado
it up.
pasando.
Apart from the tragic accident with your wife, no one has been killed. Your delusions are just a manifestation of your subconscious mind trying to protect you from the too painful truth. Unless we fight the fantasy, it will return. I know the instinct is to resist me, but think about it. Doesn't this make far more sense than the insane supernatural conspiracy you have concocted in your mind? You're a skeptic by nature, Alan. We both know this. Everything can be explained logically.
Pero él nos está diciendo que nosotros no matamos bueno, que nuestra esposa murió ahogada. Pero hace unos episodios la FBI me estaba buscando porque habíamos matado a alguien.
It seems there's a storm coming. Funny, I don't recall there being a mention of that in the weather forecast. Well, no matter. This way. Follow me.
Bueno.
Alan, what I'm telling you is good news. Right now we're in control. Every time you have a relapse, it gets more and more difficult to resurface from the dark depths of your imagination. Not surprised. Imagination is what you work with. After all your nightmares, this should come as an immense relief to you. If it doesn't, why is that? Because I'm lying? Or because you don't want to admit that you're not well? It's very natural for you to think of me as your enemy. It's part of the illness.
I let him talk.
After all,
Hartman
I'm the one
obviously
trying
loved
to
his
bring
own
you
voice.
out of the
His
world
words
you've
echoed
constructed for
madly
yourself.
inside my head.
But I can't
I dug my
do it
nails
by
into the
myself.
palms of my hands to stay
You need
focused.
to work with me. Once you accept that, we can begin the journey towards your recovery. Come along. Let's go inside. Now here's the entrance to the office wing.
¿Estás bien,
It's for
vato?
staff only.
¿Estás bien? Oye.
Emerson,
Tiene autismo el pobre. ¿Qué señora?
I'm a real bad dream, mister. You should be afraid of me. Don't want to run into me in the night, that's for sure.
please, Emerson. Mr. Wake is confused enough as it is.
Hey.
Yeah, you'd like me to go away so you won't be scared. But you can't just decide what kind of dream you have or when you have it.
Emerson,
Okay. Sorry. Boo.
that's Emerson. We're actually making some progress with him,
Ah,
I'm happy
sí.
to say. He works on video
Elbow
games.
strike.
Ojo.
It's trash, of course, but
¿Qué?
it does involve
Get him
some
to the head.
small creative effort, which makes him receptive to my therapeutic methods.
No kidding.
Pobrecita Amy.
Come, Alan, this way. Now,
Muy bonito,
you
muy
might have
bonito.
noticed the typewriter in your room. You've been writing as a part of the therapy.
¿Puedo
As soon
correr?
as you feel up to it, you should continue.
Yo, what? A esto los habíamos visto al principio en la
My
cafetería.
rheumatism's killing me. There's a storm coming. Oh, what a storm.
I hope it wipes this place off the face of the earth.
And these two are the Anderson
Anderson
brothers,
brothers.
Odin and Tor. They had a, how should I put this? A heavy metal band in the 70s and 80s called Old Gods of Asgard.
Tenían una
They
banda
even
llamada
adopted new
Los
first names to
Viejos
complete
Dioses de
the
Asgard.
image of Viking gods. After the band broke up, they lived on a farm nearby.
Después de que
They
rompieron
are,
la
well,
banda,
in
se fueron a
advanced stages of
una
dementia.
farmacia.
They're well cared for,
Un ranchito.
TLC and all that. There's nothing more that can be done. I'm afraid that the rock and roll lifestyle has left its mark.
Rock and roll dejó una marca en sus vidas. Chale,
Oh,
son
that will do.
chavorrucos.
I'm so sorry to cut this short for now, Alan. The power has been acting up. I'd better go check on it. We'll continue this soon. Meanwhile, when you feel up to it, return to your room and try to write. It really is for the best. Don't you think?
Ok, pero.
I'd like to bash his head in with a hammer.
Oh, he'd love to fish out our secrets, but he has no clue. He's not crazy enough. Not crazy like us, Sonny. Yeah! Being crazy's a requirement, Sonny. Who else could understand the world when it's like this? It takes crazy to know crazy.
That's the sanest thing I've heard in a while.
Qué padre.
Hey, you're all right, Tom. Hey, we like him him, don't we, bro? He's gotta go to the farm.
The Anderson Farm. Valhalla!
We wrote it all down, lest we forget. A crash course. All you need to know to get your head right. You need to find the message.
Here, Sonny, here's something for you. Gave me a rash, but I kept it safe from these bastards.
You what?
My head was clearing up, or according to Hartman, I was sinking back into the fantasy. I was convinced he was lying to me about everything. Crazy or not, the Andersons made more sense.
Bueno, es que aparte de la historia que estamos viviendo en ese momento, hemos visto como que a través de la televisión, a través de la televisión nos hemos estado viendo nosotros.
Something's wrong. I'm not myself. It's hard to think. There's a shadow inside my head. I can only focus on writing. Everything else is a blur. I'm trapped in this cabin. Have been for days, but it's always dark outside. My editor is real. I saw her again. She's not human. It's not human. A dark presence is wearing the old woman's face. She was covered in clinging shadows. There's a hole in her chest where her heart should be. I think I've made a horrible mistake. I don't think I'm any closer to saving Alice. It's been lying to me, using me to get the story it wants, and the story will come true.
Es como nosotros, como que estamos escribiendo la historia que estamos pasando.
I knew I couldn't, but I figured I should just play along for now. It was the only thing I could do with Nurse Birch watching me like a hawk.
Bro. A ver, vamos a escribir.
The white glare of the blank page in front of me hurt my eyes. My hands began to shake
Mi
uncontrollably.
hermano nosotros pasando la mesa. Okay.
Everybody calm down. Put that down. Bert, I need help.
Hey, Wake, you stay here. I'm gonna go see what's up. You just keep doing what you're doing. Be cool, okay?
Okay.
I didn't know what the chaos was all about, but it could be my only chance of getting out of here.
No sé si realmente estamos locos de la mente.
Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we?
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I had to get to Hartman's office.
¿Qué
He
pedo?
took all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd be keeping them.
¿Se me puede ir? No. Ah, bueno. Vamos acá. Open the lock.
We're on a comeback tour, baby!
Let me out of here! Arthur, do you hear me? I'm gonna sue your crazy black ass to shreds!
Barry?
Ow! About time!
Oh, nuestro compa.
Man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
Pero dijeron que tenemos esquizofrenia. ¿No será realmente que ese vato es
These were
parte de
all
nuestra
the pages I had
imaginación?
already. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ojo.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea.
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
What?
The dark presence would be on me in a moment. I had to find a way out.
¡Ah! Me tengo que dejar presionado, güey. No, no, por favor, no, no quiero que me lancen. No, no, por favor.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
¿Qué me pegó? Ay. Prendo. Starts. Ups. Focus. Ya voy por abajo, entonces. Ya voy por abajo. ¡Corre, corre, corre, corre! Que no, ¡au! Luego. Ay. No. Yo, what? Gracias. Vamos. Una nota. No sé para qué es, pero... No puedo. Ok. ¡Adiós, loca bola de la fregada! ¡Ya me voy! ¡Ay! ¡Ahí te voy, guacho!
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Está abierta la puerta, mentiroso.
Oh God! Look at the house, Al. Look out!
No, corre. Ah, córrele. No, tú no voltees. No está pasando nada. ¿Es en serio que...? No, man, es pasado de segundos. Mira, solo eso. Por favor, dime que no estoy loco y que tendría todo esto pasando. Dale. ¡Ah! ¡A ese vato! ¿Qué pedo? Baterías. Ok, man, está haciendo vatos. Sí, mira, una página. Pilas. Balas. Porque alguien habrá dejado pilas y baterías en un... ¡Rápido! Nice. Todas las balas. ¿Qué es esto? No, por aquí no. Ok. Por aquí. What? La persona que estoy escuchando es... ¿Es el terapeuta? ¡Véanse! ¡Ah! Ok, si ya se acabó la música, que dice que ya. Ojo, tenemos esta arma, está buenísimo. Dele con la silla. No se deja, no se deja. Me queda muy poco. Hasta como se sigue viendo. Ok. Tenemos una nota. Shotguns. Sí, ya lo he dicho, pero me hubiera gustado que en este juego tendría un sistema de para subirle las habilidades a las armas. Pero bueno. ¡Otro es mío! Arriba. Ok, me queda de la yes. Mira, otra de estas. That's nice. No sé si yo tendría que tener más baterías. Nice. Por favor, más baterías. Ya no quiero que me estén lanzando edificios, por favor. Que dice Emil hizo que tú me lo hiciera. ¿Quién es Emil? I don't know. Ahora, vamos a correr. Por favor, que nadie salga del agua. ¡Opa! El más rápido, el viejo este. A ver. Aquí. Una subida. Ah, no, ¿por aquí? Ah, no. Me gustaría correr siempre, pero nomás. Me han dibujado, nomás no. Ok, aquí más cosas. Siempre me dan tantas cosas que nunca sé cuándo va a ser una batalla acá difícil. A veces nuestro compa que no sé si se va a terminar muriendo. Porque para esa escena de que se va a terminar muriendo. Oye, que le va a pasar algo. Pero bueno, vamos a ver. Nos van a salir por los lados. Prefiero que nos salgan por los lados a que se muera nuestro compa. Ojo. O ninguno de los dos.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, Barry, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
¡Oh, no! Otra sería por utilizar esta de bengalas. Aquí. Sí, matamos a este. Hola, brega. Double kill. Sí, qué bueno que encontraste la llave. Pues abre la puerta. Me caigo. ¡Vámonos!
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest. You're
nosotros
now
atrás.
leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know
Okay.
what? You owe me big time for this.
Usa el
When this is
raicito de los
through,
Anderson.
if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a teddy
Ok,
bed as a
entonces no
gift,
estamos
and I'm gonna
locos.
live in
Realmente
it.
la oscuridad y todo esto sí existe. Qué bueno verte de nuevo. Así de arriba igual. Qué bueno. Bueno, no te estoy viendo, ¿verdad? Pero. Qué bueno saber de ti. ¿Y cómo has estado últimamente?
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the
But
craziest.
maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her.
Okay, nuestra
There's
esposa no
something
está muerta.
special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
Ok. Esto le está pasando a varios escritores. Por eso Alan Wake también le pasó. Anda de vacaciones estrenándose el... ¿Cuál? A los Anderson sabían qué pedo con esto. Pero ya me va a
I
tirar.
had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was
¿Cómo?
nowhere to be seen.
¿Cómo pierdes siempre las armas que te dan? Nice.
Barry, are you all right?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh? You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
¿Qué, vato? ¿Usted qué? Yo no tengo ganas de jugar. Digo, de luchar. Vamos a esquivar todo eso. Escurriendo. Nadaremos. 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 Nice. Ahí te voy a salvarte. Ahí voy a lootear primero. Y ahí te voy. Tú tranquilo. ¿Ves que no pasó nada?
You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not
Se va a
him.
deslizar en la cárcel.
Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friends. Suddenly the bad
Sí,
guy.
bueno. No es que le haya preguntado, pero pues sí con permiso, ¿no?
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape.
La oscuridad estaba tratando de hacer.
I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
Ok, al parecer la oscuridad hizo que escribiéramos una historia. Y a través de esta historia, la oscuridad iba a ser como que libre e imparable. Y a cambio de que hiciéramos la historia, nos dijo que íbamos a... O sea, secuestrar... La oscuridad es la que realmente tiene a Alicia. Entonces... bueno, a Alice, perdón. Entonces... La tienen como un rehén. Nosotros al hacer la historia nos regresarán a Alice, pero ya averiguamos que no, ¿no es cierto? Entonces, lo que vamos a hacer es volver a... O sea, vamos a la misma historia que estamos escribiendo la vamos a cambiar para poder escapar y salvar a todos, incluyendo a nosotros. Dice que es un peligro. Oye, ¿sí se murió el viejito? Oye. Oye, bueno. ¿Puedo agarrar coca del refri? ¿Coca-Cola? ¿Sí? No te enojas. Seguro. Seguro. Bueno, pues. Por esto se hace de alguna forma de... ¡Ay! No es por nada, pero se quieren meter a la casa. Oh, ya vi.
Brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Oh.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
God damn.
Ah, bueno. ¡Ya estuvo! ¡Ya estuvo! Pim, 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 pim. Atrás. Hola, fregada. Yo los tenía. Hola, fregada. Ese concierto estaba ya listo por los viejitos esos que vimos en el psicólogo. ¡Ah! ¡Ah! Que la fregada con sus mugres dobles ataques. Tengo 19 baterías. Ojalá y este vato no se caiga. ¡Oh, los perritos! ¡Ah! ¡Adiós! ¡Hola, frío!
I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
Si verdad, parece que nada más yo estuve trabajando. ¡Quítate! ¡Ay, cómo vas lento! No manches. ¡Déjame pasar!
Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
¿Cómo está el pedazo?
I'm sorry about this. No, seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? Even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to,
I could write 10 books a year, and they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Go with. Eso es lo excelente. What? What?
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Eso es lo que pasó.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
¡Chale, cabrón! ¡No entres!
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it
Alice?
behind you. She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her.
Ah!
Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Y ahí es cuando nosotros despertamos en el carro. Cuando chocamos.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. no. I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Lara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
Ah, no, y es cuando despertamos.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Yo, what? Cuando llegamos a la cabaña discutimos con Alice y la oscuridad la toma de rehén para que nosotros escribamos. Conforme nosotros escribíamos, la oscuridad se iba volviendo más poderosa. Escribimos acerca de este vato que nos ayuda. No me acuerdo quién es, ni qué es, ni nada. Este tipo nos ayuda. Nosotros escapamos, nos estrellamos en el carro. O sea, nos vamos en el carro, nos estrellamos y ahí es donde despertamos nosotros. Visita mis redes sociales abajo en la descripción. Nos vemos. Bye.